Walker Buehler, pitcher for the Red Sox, was tossed from the game by umpire Mike Estabrook. And look, it's a hot topic. It's something when I watched it, I'm like, man, there was just so many things that I really didn't like about this, and also understand if you're not sure what happened. So let's pull this up here. So first things first, Juan Soto's at the dish, and Walker Buehler is going to throw a fastball over the middle of the plate, but the runner is running from first base, okay? So in real quick time, in real time, all you're noticing is, okay, runner's safe, all's good. That's the only angle you see until you see the catcher running out going, hey, trying to stop something. And then you see the umpire quickly with the hand up, kind of saying, that's enough. Whatever else he was saying. We'll watch it again real quickly. Right there. And then it kind of goes away. So now's probably a good time to explain a little bit more about then what happened. So when you're watching this replay, Walker Buehler thought this was a strike. And you know why he thought it was a strike? Because it was. It was down Broadway. If we play it, that's a strike. And I know the catcher's getting up. So just to be fair to Mike behind the dish, not saying that you're going to be perfect, but that's still a whole lot of plate. That's a lot of plate. So ball gets thrown down. Now watch Walker Buehler here at the bottom of the screen. He points his hand going, okay, hey, that's a strike, right? And Mike Estabrook goes to his clicker, gives the ball. Catcher's looking like, wait, is that a strike or a ball? And the catcher kind of doesn't say a word, but you can tell by his expression, now that ain't right. And why isn't that right? Because the umpire then right there, Mike goes 2-0, right? 2-0. You're sitting there and the catcher's face going, oh no. He knows Walker Buehler is getting the ball back and going, wait a minute, no. Walker's throwing up, actually, he threw up a little 1-1, or it looks like a 1-1. And the reality is Walker's mad. And you can see him start to get a little bit more visibly frustrated right there. And he's starting to move his hands. This is where it kind of drives me insane. But we'll play it out. Mike Estabrook comes out. And he's yelling at him to go back on the mound. And then Walker probably says a few other things. And then he tosses him. All right? So Walker then says a couple other choice words. Think you guys can read his lips. Pretty self-explanatory if you can't. He just invited him over for a barbecue after. But let's go back to that real quickly. This is why I don't really like this situation, okay? Walker Buehler has a right to be pissed off because the pitch was a strike. So in that moment, sometimes Walker probably could have said something better, but this is where, as an umpire, where he escalated the situation, in my opinion. Right here, he's going to take off his mask, if we take it back, and immediately he's getting out there. You don't need to do that. Let Walker say what he has to say. And I don't think it was to the point where he deserved maybe to get tossed in the first time. And obviously, I guess he's being patient, but this is instigating it. You're coming out with an intention here. This is a little bit aggressive. And Walker's mad because he's like, hey, I threw a good pitch. I'm facing one of the best hitters in baseball. I'm not giving him an extra pitch. You missed the call. So kind of gives Walker Buehler a warning and then tosses him, right? So right there, it's the body language. It's the way you approach somebody. And you're sitting there going, damn, like it could have been a lot easier. I want to change the angle so at least you guys can see my face a little bit more when I try to explain this. Once again, we're going back. Come on. And everything's fine. It's under control. It's calm. It's calm. Okay. Walker's mad. He has a right to be mad. If I'm a pitcher on the bump and I'm trying to battle one of the greatest in the world, this is where it should stay. Now, if Mike Estabrook, the umpire, wants to stay behind home plate and he says his words and Walker keeps going, by all means, you can step out. But it's the initial movement going out, and then you keep going at him. You keep going at him. You already threw the ball to him. Why are you going at him? It's not needed. And he's saying right now, hey, that's enough, or whatever the paraphrasing may be. All of this could have been prevented. Or you let Walker get on your ass because you were wrong, and then it's over. And back in the day, It was okay to argue. It was okay, right? Disagree and you move on. And in this case, though, Walker had the right to be mad. Umpire, you can say, hey, that's enough. You said what you wanted to say, and the game goes on. But instead, you go out all the way towards the mound to make this decision. That's like my thing. You stay behind the dish and Walker keeps running his mouth, by all means. Yeah, you want to toss him, toss him. But when you come out that far, when you're coming out this far to start something, that's where I have a problem. No need to be coming on the grass in play. Wasn't worth it, but Walker Buehler gets tossed, and that's the end of it. Then Alex Cora ends up getting tossed right there. And I'd be like Walker Buehler right there. I might have said some choice words, and it's the heat of the moment. Look, it's not personal, but the reality is when you miss a call, you kind of have to deal with what happens right there. And Mike Estabrook, that was a situation he could have diffused regardless of Walker Buehler's initial reaction. All I got with that, guys, and as you guys know, I appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show, live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday right here on YouTube. And let me know what we should break down next.